here because Tim doesn't know why. Because whilst we were traveling, I made 10 observations.
Oh, Jesus. Is it about my driving skills?
And I'm here, and I'm here to share them and get Tim's thoughts on the 10 observations made while traveling America for 9 months in a camper with the family. Some of them relate to travel. Some of them relate to RV life. Some are profound and some are not. So
did you plan this all along, or I don't understand how this came about?
We're gonna start with observation 1,
okay,
which is the first one. And when I made observation 1, I was like, you know what? I bet there's other things to observe about this experience. And I'm gonna write them down. So I started a note on my phone. I think I had like 14 or 15 observations. I had to pare them down. Not that like this is like a quality list or anything, but yeah, so I started with 1 and I was like, I bet there's other takeaways.
Okay.
From this experience.
I'm a little nervous.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm a little like, I don't know.
Well, since you went straight to your driving, I don't know. I mean,
I guess I could have said backing up.
You're backing and driving, both impeccable, and do not make this list, I assure you.
Yeah.
Really nothing
I feel
specifically targeted you.
Not that I was bad backing up at the beginning, but I feel like I passed a lot of tests at the end.
Like there were extra challenges?
Yeah, I mean, our house driveway is not the easiest place to back into.
Like the last
and then what we did on Sunday too, which I'm not sure these fine people know about.
Mm-hmm.
That was like a tough situation too.
They don't. Okay. Are you ready?
I don't know what that means.
Are you ready? 10 observations made while traveling the country over the course of 9 months in a camper.
With your family.
With your family.
Okay.
Okay, number 1. This is the first observation that caused me to start the list. The earth is old. People are not.
Very true.
So that was really the thesis of this whole experience. But we were in Thermopolis.
Yeah.
And they had a graphic there that if I can ever, I have Googled it since and not find it, but if I found one, I'll put it here. So it was like the history of the earth as explained in terms of a calendar year.
Oh yeah, right.
And so
people
it's like
showed up on
December 31st at 11:59 and 30 seconds.
They showed up for the champagne toast.
Humanity like the first human exists on Earth. So like you're going through like January, February, like there's single-celled organisms, whatever, the whole history of Earth. And I think this graphic of the history of Earth as explained as a calendar year, I think that should be universal. Like I think when you go to Yellowstone and they're trying to explain to you how old this crater, how long it's been here, whatever, I think they should be like May 25th.
Yeah.
That's when this thing came about. And I think that people could visualize that.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. I would say also people like to think that they have a huge impact on the shape and
scope of the earth.
The earth, and
like you've been here for a literal second.
And nature has a much bigger impact on what is happening around you.
Yes.
And that's not like that. That's just my observation.
Right. Right. There you go. Earth is old. People are not.
There you go.
Observation 1. Observation 2.
Yeah.
Caves.
Ooh, smelly.
Sometimes smell bad, but are always very difficult to photograph.
Am I allowed to dispute that?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm not disputing that. That is 100% true. Some people have, I don't know, maybe a better camera than us, or know how to use a camera better than us. I mean, we don't know what we're doing, obviously, but some people get decent shots, and I think there were a few times where we got shots that were good at Carlsbad Caverns because we had
like,
time to
yes.
like figure it out.
Long exposure.
Yeah.
That's what you need. Long exposure is.
And we weren't being like rushed through the cave. It was a choose your own adventure tour, and that was good.
Yes.
For that reason, yeah.
Yes.
A lot of night shots, like A lot of night shots.
Yeah, you gotta go in night mode.
Yeah, or not even night mode. You have to like perfect the settings. Yeah.
I know. We have a lot to learn about our camera. Okay. Okay. This is really sad this made the list, but number 3, if you travel with Clue, really this is any sort of travel, if you're taking the game of Clue, or really if you own the game of Clue, the weapons are of no consequence. Just leave them home. You don't need the little rope.
You don't.
It doesn't play a part in the game. You need to move the people around to the different rooms. Miss Scarlet in the dining room with the rope. That rope, we left this house with, whatever, 9 weapons.
I think there's 5 or 6, but yeah.
We came home with 0 weapons. Just discard them.
Is that because we threw them away, or is that because we lost them, or because we left them somewhere?
No, it's because the cabinet broke a little bit, and the cabinet fell in the crack.
So someone's gonna find a revolver in the camper.
I mean, 15 years from now, someone's gonna be like, someone.
These people were really small.
Had really tiny weapons. There you go. I mixed in the profound ones with the less profound ones.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just to like break it up.
Do you know what they call Clue outside of the United States? Like I'm thinking like England.
I absolutely do not.
It's called Cluedo.
How do you spell that?
Clue, D-O.
Did you own this in Hong Kong?
No, I have a friend
from Europe. Various European countries.
Yeah.
Cluedo.
African and European.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Cluedo. Weird.
It's a first for me. I've not heard that. Anyone else? Leave it in the comments. Okay. Okay. This one's a little bit hard to explain. What I wrote on my note card is that vacation is missing a local experience.
Vacation, okay.
What I mean to say is when you go someplace on vacation for a week, for better or worse, you miss out on some of the local nuance.
The local flavor, if you will?
If you go, I guarantee as a child when I went to the Badlands, we did not hit up Lynn's Dakota Mart.
Number one, I wouldn't recommend anyone hit up Lynn's Dakota Mart.
I mean,
I don't know how much money you people make, but it's not enough money to buy groceries at Lynn's Dakota Mart.
Poor Lynn.
Yeah. Well,
she's the only game in town. You would do the same.
No, I would. But like, I'm just being honest. Choices were made, like toilet paper or chicken. Like you got to pick at some point.
Maybe that's not the best example of local. I don't know. Because
I'm just joking, but
it's not like we're great at
no, we're bad at
eating
cities.
at local establishments or anything. It's more like there's a feel that you just can't get unless you're at the local Walmart or like.
That's also a weird example.
No, it is. It is, but it's true. I say. What do you say?
I know what you're saying. I'm not sure it's coming through with the words you're saying. But it is true. I think it comes down to we weren't vacationing. We were living in an area for a week to 2 months at a time. And interesting.
What number am I on? Do we know?
4.
Hold on. Oh yes, yes, that's right. Okay. I don't want him to peek at my note card. Oh, this is okay. This is like the most intense one of the whole list for number 5, right in the middle.
This is when we go to therapy.
There are so many unhomed people in this country.
We are going there.
We are going there. Briefly, we don't have to get into it.
No.
We are from Chicago. It always made sense to me. There are homeless in Chicago. Absolutely. There are so many unhomed people in this country.
Yeah.
And I think part of that, I hope, is because we were in like more moderate climate places, which is where you would assume.
You would, yeah, I don't know.
I do not know. I have no thoughts of the solution, the answer. I don't know. It is very, each place has its own vibe with their unhomed community. Like this is where they kind of go. This is the, did not know until this trip that libraries are a massive resource for homeless community.
Yeah.
And after that,
it makes sense though.
It does. After that, Instagram famous librarian Michael Threets was talking about stories about unhomed people in like LA libraries and like providing services for them and whatever. And if I had had this experience, I would have been like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Now I'm like, oh, I get it. The library is like a huge, like, there are many people in America spending all day, every day in a library because it is warm and dry.
Well, even we were in places that were already warm outside that they were hanging out in the libraries.
Right, to be comfortable.
Like a sanctuary. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
crazy.
it is interesting.
Observation on America there.
There you go.
Okay, that means the next one's
no
probably...
solutions though.
I'm gonna warn you, I sprinkled in the lighthearted ones, so the next one's gonna be...
A left turn?
It is. Oh, it is. It is.
Maybe we should have thought about the transitions a little bit more as you were going through the card.
I thought, like, do I want to escalate from, like, lighthearted to deeper commentary? And then I was like, no, I'm gonna mix it up. And
okay.
Because then when I'm reading them to you, you'd be like, what?
Try me.
I got one for you. If you are trying to rope drop Frontierland.
I have opinions.
Okay, you're gonna be torn. Should I line up at Adventureland or Liberty Square? Are we calling that Liberty Square?
Yeah, in Disney World.
Disney World. The answer, my friends, Adventureland. If you're trying to rope drop Frontierland, line up at Adventureland, turn right at Aloha Isle, you're gonna be right in Frontierland.
Oh yeah, we beat those people by a lot.
They had to hold us back because of how much we beat the Liberty Square people by. Don't do that. If, like, they got Tiana's over there now. Whoa. They're about to open a whole new land over there.
It's true.
Line up at Adventureland.
That's a separate video though.
Line up at Adventureland.
Yeah, agree. I have no comment. I just agree. We've done the research. You don't have to. Mm-hmm. If you want more tips about Disneyland or Disney World,
contact Tim at Pure Magic Travel.
It's true. It's in the.
For now,
it's in
do it fast.
Yeah.
He's not. We did it when we watched the last Country Bear Jamboree. Is the reason that we found ourselves rope dropping.
The last true Country Bear Jamboree.
Yes.
Whatever's happening now.
Tim does not approve. No. That's also another video. Okay, this is a fun observation. Okay, you ready? Number 7. Okay, we are from the Midwest.
Yes.
If you drive into Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Yes.
What is the sign going to say? Green Bay.
Titletown.
Does that have to do with the football team?
Oh my God.
Okay, how about Hinsdale, Illinois?
Home of the Red Devils.
Oh my God. Population.
Oh, okay.
It's going to say Green Bay, population 106,000, right?
Okay, yes.
Right?
And then it would say
Titletown.
Yes. Actually, it says Titletown first.
As you know, former home of Brett Favre, Cheeseheads. Our battery's flashing at us. I'm not sure what we do about that. Okay, so as we're traveling the country, in the West, the town signs do not tell you the population. They tell you the elevation.
Oh yeah, I like that.
For example, Boulder, Colorado, elevation 5,430.
It's a good elevation.
That's pretty, it's up there.
It's a good it's like a perfect elevation.
In the East, they have the charter date. For example, I wrote down Front Royal, Virginia, chartered 1788.
That's old.
It is.
For America.
That's the point. That's why they do it. So, number 1, I enjoyed this difference of the town signs. And number 2, I'm curious if there's other ones. Like, if you go to Alaska, do they tell you, like, the latitude?
Right. Or, like, if you go on the coast, the Gulf Coast, do they tell you the last time a hurricane hit? I don't know.
Days without incident.
That's not funny.
I'm sorry. Hurricanes are terrible. Okay. Anyway, curious if there's other things out there. Number 8. 8, 9?
I think we're on 9.
Do you? I got 3 more.
Okay.
If you suffer from motion sickness, Virginia, not the state for you. I'm guessing there's others.
Well, the whole state is fine. I mean, that portion. Okay, we're back. We just switch out the battery.
Action. Okay. So.
I don't agree with the rolling hills in Virginia, that whole thing. I don't.
I say bring your Dramamine. But then I remembered during the intermission that also was super sick in Kentucky driving around. Okay. So just like bring Dramamine maybe if you get motion sick.
If you travel around the country.
It's good practice if you get motion sickness.
Okay, what's next?
Number 9. Travel is really hard. Leaving home is really hard. Then when you're in a spot, leaving again, it's very hard. This is why people don't always do it. It's very difficult.
It is.
And people are like, oh my gosh, you're amazing. You went on this trip. Still hard. Like, we were in Florida for 2 months and getting packed up and moving, it's just so hard. An object at rest wants to stay at rest.
Even like the logistics of moving, not the physical actions of it, but like planning out what needs to go first. Like it changes sometimes based on what we're doing that morning. And so, yeah, that's true. Very true.
Yeah.
Like we got good at it, but like it was only so good you could be at it.
But then like we stopped, and if we went to do it tomorrow,
it would be real bad.
It'd be hard again. Like it's hard to get yourself going.
Yep.
Okay. So travel is hard, but my last observation, and this was throughout the whole thing, was like, it is hard, but this experience of being in the RV specifically really brings you to the present moment. Like, you're not worried about like existential dread. Oh, no. You're worried about like, where is the nearest Tractor Supply for propane?
That's where my head went.
Was it really?
Yeah, propane, yeah. But that's not even a problem, but I don't know, that just was the most current example probably of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like, where's the Walmart or Aldi?
Where's the Walmart? We gotta order the groceries. What do they have here? Yeah.
Yeah, what truck stop are we stopping at on the way to wherever we're going?
There is something almost meditative quality to like all of your problems being so finite, directly in front of you. You can tackle them and solve them, and
yeah, it's like everything is a very simple checklist. There might be 12 things on it, but it's all very methodical, and you can go down the list and check it off. And
yeah, you're not looking at anything like 3 years from now.
No, it's all like, how do we get through this day?
Yeah, we're gonna need water. We're gonna need like.
We're gonna get to the campsite and it's gonna be dark. And we're gonna set up and it's gonna suck, but we're gonna cook dinner and then we're gonna watch a TV show and then we're gonna go to bed and we're gonna wake up and do school and do the whole thing, and yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, some people live their home life like that though.
Really?
I think so.
Oh. I mean, I'm worried about 3 years from now, just like right now, perpetually, all the time.
Yeah. Well, go back to our camper.
Oh my god. Okay, there you go. This has been 10 observations with Anne. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I think you captured the essence of RV travel in your 10 observations.
Oh, thank you. Maybe in the future Tim will make some observations.
I'm sure. I'm sure I have observations now. I just didn't have time to. I didn't prepare them.
I know. Honorable mention number 11 was going to be.
Here's my observation. The license plate state license plate game is not as straightforward as you might think it is. There are rules that need to be defined before you start playing. That's my observation. I'm not going to go into detail to that. But
did you find all the states?
I think I did, yeah. As we were driving up the East Coast, I did. We started late in the game, later in the game, but yeah.
Well, that's true. There was a huge conflict over that.
That wasn't a huge conflict. You stopped playing.
I stopped playing because of the conflict.
Because there need to be rules.
I made the rules. They were appropriate for children.
Anyway, that's my observation.
I love it. That's a good one. So there we go. That's 11. Number 12, my honorable mention was that the best way to save money in life really is taking your husband to the store with you. You want to spend 30% less at the grocery store? Bring your husband with you.
See, I feel the opposite. If I want to spend 30% more money, I bring my wife with me. Somehow we kind of meet in the middle. Yeah.
There you have it.
That's it.
Okay.
That's what we learned on our trip. Some were superficial, some were not.
Yeah.
Actually, this is what you learned on the ride.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You're just here to comment.
That's it.
All right.